Public bathrooms are places we enter briefly and forget just as quickly. They're built for convenience, neutral, functional, temporary. But sometimes, people leave with stories they don't forget. Across different locations, individuals have described unsettling moments inside spaces meant to feel ordinary. Tonight, we explore 3 reported experiences from public bathrooms, stories that blur the line between discomfort, coincidence, and fear. Let's begin. A night shift worker shared this experience after finishing work at a nearly empty shopping center. Before heading home, they stopped at a restroom near the back of the building. The lights were on, but no one else appeared to be inside. As they washed their hands, they noticed a stall door shaking slightly, as though someone inside had shifted their weight. They assumed it was occupied and continued toward the exit. Then they heard knocking, not loud, just 3 firm taps. They asked if everything was okay. No response. A second knock followed. Concerned, they informed building security. When staff returned and unlocked the stall, they found it empty. No personal belongings, no signs anyone had entered or left. Later inspection suggested air pressure and ventilation could have caused the movement. Still, the worker says the timing of those knocks and their clarity remains something they can't fully explain. A commuter once described an unsettling experience in a public transit restroom. The station was quiet, nearly closing for the night. They entered, hearing only the echo of running water from a faucet. While in a stall, they heard footsteps enter the room. Slow, deliberate. The steps stopped outside their stall door. Silence followed. After a minute, they exited, expecting to see someone washing their hands. No one was there. They checked under stalls, empty. Even more confusing, the main door hadn't opened or closed during that time. Maintenance staff later explained that echoes in tiled environments can distort sound direction, and nearby corridor movement sometimes travels through ventilation shafts. Logical explanations exist, yet the memory of standing alone in that echoing space still unsettles. Then years later, traveling late one evening, a driver stopped at a roadside facility to rest. The bathroom was brightly lit but deserted. While washing their hands, they glanced into the mirror and briefly thought they saw someone pass behind them. They turned. Immediately, nothing, no sound of a door, no movement. They checked each stall and the entrance. Completely alone. Returning to the sink, they noticed how reflections shifted slightly with fluorescent flicker and peripheral vision. Experts often note that fatigue, lighting variations, and reflective surfaces can create momentary misinterpretations. But in that quiet roadside building miles from the next town, the driver admits the experience accelerated their departure. Some moments linger, regardless of explanation. Public bathrooms are among the most common shared spaces we encounter, places of routine and practicality, yet isolation, echoing acoustics, reflective surfaces, and unfamiliar settings can heighten perception and emotion. These stories remind us that fear doesn't always come from events themselves. Sometimes it comes from interpretation, environment, and imagination, whether coincidence, psychology, or atmosphere. Ordinary places can occasionally feel anything but ordinary. If you enjoyed these stories, consider subscribing for more atmospheric explorations and shared experiences. And next time you step into a quiet public space, listen closely, because sometimes the smallest details leave the strongest impressions.